Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you're a software engineering student who constantly finds yourself sweating over which software development process model to pick on your exams, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're basically creating your ultimate cheat sheet for acing those incredibly tricky exam scenarios. We're going to zero in on two Agile heavyweights, Scrum and Extreme Programming, or XP. We're going to decode the subtle little clues your professors love to hide in those prompts so you can lock in the right answer every single time.
So here's our game plan for today. 1. Decoding Scrum. 2. Decoding XP. 3. The decision framework. 4. A head-to-head comparison. And 5. The boss fight.
All right, Section 1. Decoding Scrum, managing the workflow.
Okay, when you're looking at Scrum, I want you to literally put on your manager's hat. Why? Because this framework is fundamentally about organizing people and work. So when your professor throws a scenario at you that just screams for workflow structure, your brain needs to immediately snap to Scrum. It's a lightweight, agile framework designed to help teams develop complex products iteratively and incrementally. It's all about transparency, inspection, and adaptation. And the absolute core of this, the work is organized into short iterations called sprints. It defines exactly what to organize: the backlog, the sprint itself, the team roles, and the events.
Now here's the crucial part: knowing your triggers for the exam. If the prompt mentions a need for workflow structure, iterations of 1 to 4 weeks, or specific roles like a product owner or Scrum Master managing a backlog, boom, that's Scrum. But wait, here are your red flags. Scrum gives you management roles and events, but it is a massive red flag if the prompt requires prescribed technical coding practices. Scrum tells you how to manage the work, right, not how to actually write the code. Also, if the scenario explicitly describes a lack of active stakeholder involvement, Scrum's going to fail there because it relies so heavily on that constant feedback loop.
Moving on to Section 2. Decoding XP, engineering technical excellence.
All right, take off the manager hat and throw on your engineer's hard hat, because if Scrum is the manager, XP is the engineer. Extreme Programming is an agile software development methodology that is purely laser-focused on delivering high-quality software through technical engineering practices. Seriously, it gives incredibly detailed guidance on exactly how developers should write the code. We're talking about building top-tier software even when requirements are constantly changing. So, for the exam, you want to hunt for these gamified trigger words. Look for pair programming, test-driven development, or TDD, continuous integration, refactoring, or an on-site customer. XP also runs on much tighter 1 to 2 week iterations. But watch out for the red flags here too. Avoid XP like the plague if the scenario describes a massive team. It's really built for small to medium-sized groups. And if the prompt's main focus is entirely on project or work management without mentioning technical standards, XP is definitely the wrong answer.
Section 3. The decision framework. Okay, let's equip you with a step-by-step decision framework so you know exactly how to react to those tricky keywords. This is literally your ultimate exam hack. Step 1. Ask yourself, does the scenario focus on managing work, setting up sprints, or prioritizing backlogs? If yes, pick Scrum. Step 2. Does the scenario explicitly mention strict engineering practices like TDD or pair programming to ensure high quality? If yes, go with XP. But here is the curveball they love to throw at you. What if it needs both? If an organization needs a management framework and strict technical excellence, you don't have to pick just one. You choose Scrum plus XP together.
Section 4. Head-to-head comparison.
Let's put these two heavyweights side by side to really highlight those subtle differences your exams will test you on. Notice the nuances in this table. Both handle changing requirements, sure, but XP is specifically designed for rapidly changing technical uncertainties. Now look at customer involvement. Scrum uses a product owner to represent customer needs, while XP demands a continuous on-site customer. Huge difference. Look at the timeline. Scrum operates in 1 to 4 week sprints, but XP tightens that loop down to 1 to 2 week iterations. And finally, the primary focus. Scrum is all about delivery and workflow, whereas XP is hyper-focused on high technical quality and strict code standards.
Section 5. The boss fight. Practice scenarios.
All right, it is time. I'm going to throw 5 tricky scenarios at you where we intentionally blur the lines just to see if you can defuse the trick question. Let's dive right in. Question 1. A small team has frequent requirement changes and an on-site customer. They need specific guidance on writing maintainable code. Now read the clues carefully. Yes, it's Agile, so either could technically fit, but look at those highly specific phrases: on-site customer and the need for guidance on how developers should actually write maintainable code.
XP is the clear winner here. Why? Because XP explicitly prescribes those technical engineering practices to ensure code maintainability. Plus, on-site customer is a direct XP value. Scrum would completely fail this scenario because, remember, it explicitly does not prescribe technical practices. Moving right along to question 2. A team needs a framework to prioritize value, organize 1 to 4 week cycles, and remove daily impediments without dictating coding methods. Pay really close attention to what the organization wants and, honestly, what they explicitly do not want.
The answer is Scrum. Prioritizing value, organizing 1 to 4 week cycles, removing impediments. That is the exact job description of a Scrum Master. But the clincher here is the phrase without dictating coding methods. That explicit lack of prescribed technical practices is your massive red flag to avoid XP, perfectly aligning with Scrum's lightweight workflow management.
Let's step it up for question 3. A research project with high technical uncertainty needs rapid 1 to 2 week iterations, continuous integration, and relies on a system metaphor. If you've been paying attention to our triggers, alarm bells should be ringing in your head right now.
The answer is undeniably extreme programming. System metaphor and continuous integration are highly specific XP practices pulled straight from the XP lifecycle. On top of that, our source notes that XP is exceptionally well suited for new technology and research projects that have high technical uncertainties running on those rapid 1 to 2 week iterations.
Okay, question 4. This one catches a lot of students out. An organization needs distinct roles to manage product vision, but also requires strict test-driven development for high code quality. So, does it sound like they're asking for a manager or an engineer?
Well, they're asking for both. This is a classic trick question where they want management roles and strict engineering practices simultaneously. The correct exam answer here is Scrum, combined with XP. Scrum provides the distinct management roles, like the product owner to handle the vision, while XP acts as the engine, providing the TDD to guarantee code quality. As the source material points out, a ton of elite real-world teams use Scrum for their management and XP practices for their engineering quality.
And finally, question 5. A team wants to improve transparency using daily 15-minute syncs and empirical process control to manage their complex workflow. So what model focuses on empirical process control and highly specific 15-minute daily syncs?
That is pure Scrum. Scrum is built entirely around empirical process control, which, if you remember, means making decisions based on transparency, inspection, and adaptation. And those 15-minute syncs? That's the literal definition of a daily Scrum event, used to track progress and identify blockers.
And this brilliantly illustrates our final takeaway. Just look at this visual breakdown. Scrum is your process framework. It gives you the structure, the roles, and the sprints. XP is your technical excellence. It gives you the coding standards, the testing, and the continuous integration. Together, they create agile delivery with uncompromised quality. So the next time you sit down for that exam, ask yourself this one provocative question. Is the scenario testing my ability to manage the work or my ability to engineer the software? Answer that, and you're going to ace the test every single time. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and seriously, good luck on your exams.